I want to say thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. If it wasn't for him, this wouldn't be possible. With that being said, hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to my channel, Low Nose Boxing. Tonight we're going to talk about Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez, in his last fight, came off of one of the best performances in boxing. In 2023, the three best performances, hands down, based on the level of opponent that these fighters defeated, has to be Teofimo Lopez in his win over Josh Taylor, Terrence Bud Crawford in his destruction over Errol Spence, and Inoue Inoue with his devastating knockout victory over Stephen Fulton. Those fighters that I just mentioned have hands down the best performances of 2023. Now, with that being said, top-ranked promoter Bob Arum recently stated that he had lunch with Teofimo Lopez. He stated that Teofimo Lopez's head is in the right place right now. And he also stated that he would like for Teofimo Lopez to have a very big fight, either in December for Heisman night or sometime in February. In fact, not just sometime in February, he wants Teofimo Lopez to have a big fight during Super Bowl weekend, which is something that I don't recall ever happening before in boxing. Now, Teofimo Lopez, if he's in talks with Bob Arum, that's a sign that they're possibly working things out, because we all know that Teofimo Lopez was having some issues with his promotional company, Top Rank, due to the fact that he hasn't been compensated the way that he should, being that he's a fighter that's taking big risks and he's performing at the highest level when it counts at the end of the day. So Teofimo Lopez, beyond a shadow of a doubt, does deserve an increase in pay. So with that, me as a Teofimo Lopez supporter, I would prefer for him to fight in December instead of waiting 8 months and fighting in February. The reason why I say that is because his rival, one of his nemesis, one of the young four kings, Devin Haney, is scheduled to fight in October against Regis Prograis for Regis Prograis WBC Junior Welterweight Championship. We all know that Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney have a very known rivalry throughout the sport of boxing. That's a big fight right there. Devin Haney has been linked to guys like Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson, and of course Teofimo Lopez. But Devin Haney is taking on a tough, formidable champion in Regis Prograis, so it's not a guarantee that he's going to get past Regis Prograis. And speaking of Devin Haney and Regis Prograis, that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother video. As far as Teofimo Lopez goes, Teofimo Lopez has options. He has options. He also recently came out and said that he's not retiring. He's going to hold on to that WBO Junior Welterweight title that he won from Josh Taylor. Teofimo Lopez is in a weight class where he has a whole lot of fights, tough competitors, tough fighters in that weight class, fighters with big names. We got champion Regis Prograis, WBC champion Regis Prograis at 140, right? We got Subriel Matisse at 140 with a title. We got Ryan Garcia, who just moved up after the Gervonta Davis loss and now is training with Derrick James. We got Devin Haney, who's moving up, right? We got Gary Antoine Russell in that weight class. We got Jose Ramirez. We still got Josh Taylor. And yeah, that's a deep weight class. That's a deep division right there. It's a lot of fight for Teofimo Lopez. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, we also have Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia at 140. Gervonta Davis really is at 135, but he's competed at 140 before against Mario Barrios. And speaking of Ryan Garcia, there's been rumors that Teofimo's team are in discussions with Ryan Garcia. Me personally, I don't like that fight. The reason why I do not like that fight, even though it's definitely a big fight, it's definitely a fight that will bring Teofimo Lopez a payday. But the reason why I don't like that fight is because Ryan Garcia hasn't proven himself at 140 yet. Ryan Garcia is coming off of a knockout loss to Gervonta Tank Davis. So if Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia were to fight right now, to me it would be more of a competition with Gervonta Davis to see who knocks out Ryan Garcia sooner. Now, I'm not trying to discredit Ryan Garcia in any way, shape, or form. If I was Teofimo Lopez's team, I would wait for Ryan Garcia to get a nice win under his belt. Let's say if Ryan Garcia moves on to fight Rolly Romero, and I pick Ryan Garcia to win that fight. Now Ryan Garcia comes to the Teofimo Lopez fight with a belt. So now it's a unification. He's fighting Ryan Garcia for a title. He's fighting Ryan Garcia coming back strong with Derrick James as his new trainer with momentum. And he could take a page out of Floyd Mayweather's book, like when he fought Miguel Cotto, right? Here's the gimmick. Floyd Mayweather fought Miguel Cotto, despite the fact that Cotto did take 2 losses, but Floyd Mayweather waited until Miguel Cotto redeemed himself, until Cotto won 3 fights in a row, became a champion at 154, and avenged that loss to Antonio Margarito. And Floyd Mayweather's gimmick for that fight was, I'm fighting Miguel Cotto at his comfortable weight, 154. No weight catch, no catch weight, no weight clause. So if I'm Teofimo Lopez, I would wait for Ryan Garcia to at least get a nice, good win under his belt, and then defend the belts or have a unification against Ryan Garcia, assuming Ryan Garcia becomes a champion in time. And then Teofimo Lopez can use the same gimmick that Floyd did and say, I'm going to fight Ryan Garcia, and I'm going to fight him at 140 pounds without any weight clauses, without any rehydration clauses. That's the gimmick. That's how they should go about that. If it was up to me, I would like for Teofimo Lopez to come back in December and fight in Madison Square Garden in the big room. I would like either Jose Ramirez or George Kambosos Jr. in a rematch. Now, George Kambosos did not look good in his last fight with Max Hughes, right? And the way things are looking at 135, Shakur Stevenson, who went in that ring and called out George Kambosos, might be lined up. He might be trying to he might be fighting for that vacant WBC belt that Devin Haney just got stripped of. And I have a feeling that it might be against Lomachenko or somebody like that. So if that's what happens, and if George Kambosos is left out of any big fight at 135, I would like for Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos Jr. rematch at 140 pounds. Teofimo Lopez, to me, doesn't have anything to prove against George Kambosos Jr. But for his sake, for his personal gain, I would like to see him get that get back. If Miguel Cotto was able to get a rematch with Margarito after Margarito went on to get beaten up brutally back-to-back between Sugar Shane Mosley and Manny Pacquiao, and then eventually land a rematch with Miguel Cotto, why not George Kambosos and Teofimo Lopez in a rematch in December? Remember, George Kambosos, even though he lost twice to Devin Haney, he did not get stopped. That's a good fight for Teo. For Heisman night, Madison Square Garden, the big room, that would be a good fight for Teo. So Teo can go out there and silence the critics. Well, he already did silence the critics, but just for him to go out there and perform to the best of his ability. Because if him and Kambosos fight again, I got Teofimo Lopez stopping him inside 6 or 7 rounds. Or if not George Kambosos, they could also do an in-house fight with Jose Ramirez in Madison Square Garden. Now, if he fights in Heisman night, on Heisman night, December, in Madison Square Garden, I don't think he's going to have enough time to turn around and get back into the ring in February. So, like I said, if he fights in December, he could come back around, let's say, May or June, and take on the winner of Devin Haney and Regis Prograis, or maybe even Gervonta Tank Davis. Teofimo Lopez is in a good spot right now. He got good options, and I got a feeling that he's finally gonna get the pay and the big fights that he deserves. So with that being said, thank you for watching this video. Hit the like button, share this video, subscribe. Low Nose Boxing. I'm out.